was saying, I lost you guys there for a second. This is Dutch from the Mystic Mountain Hotel, and I'm working on this little soap slash candle shop for someone. And we have 12-foot boards and 8-foot boards, and we were staggering them, but I wasn't liking the way it was coming out. So then, fair warning, there's going to be loud equipment and loud, machines and stuff. So I'll try to give you a warning before I start operating this. Here I go. And what I've been doing with the staggering is, it's a nice day outside, but what I've been doing, I've been cutting this end down here, so that way the factory end butts up, so it's nice and flush with each other. Make sure you always do that, and then I come through and tap it down as it needs. And then there you go. Look how tight that is. Can't even tell there's a board there almost, but you can. And as you can see, I got a step going on. I noticed this. This is the first one I was doing with somebody else. I was doing it like this, the way they told me, and I was like, nah. I started doing it this way afterwards. Cut this one for the box right here. This last one. Hit this in, and then as you can see, after that, step, step, step is a stagger. And then when we get to up here, I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it up here, and it'll be like that on both sides, so it's aesthetically pleasing. And increase the strength of the wall. And I'm just using my 2x4 centers. I think they're 16 or 18-inch centers. And I'm using those as I go up as my markers. So let's get this packed in there. It looks good. And I still go through as I'm going. If you notice, I'm checking the seam line to make sure it's pushed down nice and tight. If the board bows, sometimes you'll have to pull down the sides. Try to do that in the ends. Try to keep the bows away from this joints right here where they meet up. But that looks good. I like that, how it's looking with that step, step, step. We'll probably go one more to right, I don't know, we might do a full board right here. No, we're going to do a step back over to here. No, there's one right here, so we'll do a step right here for the next one. And then come back the other way. Alright, that's going to look good. Looking good. It's almost a full board right there. Let's measure that real quick. Where I say I was taking that to, the next one. Step right here, I'm going to step it right here. Okay. And we're going to do it all the way up to the box. Might as well now just cut it out with the jigsaw. You'll see in a second. That's how I've been doing it. A lot easier. I think so. Come on now, tape. Stay on there. Okay, next step. There's two 2x4s there actually. Okay, so we get a center marker for it. We're going to go 91 and a half. 91 and a half. 91 and a half. You guys remember that for me just in case I forget, okay? So I grabbed a couple 8-foot 2x4s here. I'm going to show you guys what they look like before I sand them down, because I'm having to sand these down. Every single last one of them. They got some discoloration on them from getting wet or condensation, and then they got these stamps all on them. And that's the, I don't know if that's mold or what's going on there, but I'm sanding that right off. I think it's like a, I think it's more the boards have been sitting against each other. But that's what it looks like right then. And then I'll show you guys after I clean it up what it looks like. You guys are probably wanting to see what I'm doing as I do it. Here, I might give you a little view real quick. Come over here where I'm working. You guys can work with me. Okay. Get it all situated. So that's what it looks like down there before. That's what it's looking like. The board looks like this. It's kind of rough looking. And then this is what it looks like after I get done sanding it. I sand every single board before I put it up. Okay, so I got that shared. And there's still no one here. If you come in it, be sure to smash the thumbs up buttons. I'm going to continue to sand this board. And you guys just chill out and come along for the ride with me. So it might be a little noisy, bear with it. The board looks like afterwards. Look at that. It looks like a brand new board. All right. So, let's see. I think I measured it one more time. I was coming right here. What was it doing? 91? Not 92 that way. Did we measure from another direction? I think I did, but I like to come from this side. That's what I've been doing with the big boards. That's all right. That's 92. Oh, I can still get it. It's 91 still. 91 and a half. Earlier. 91 and a half. Pin, where'd you go? There you are. 91 and a half. That's like very little waste on these paper boards. To flip it around because, like I said, I like to have that factory in on the cut parts on the line so they butt up perfectly together. That's the scrap right there. Right down on it. What is that? There's a spot that's not going down on. There we go. All right. That's always nice. Perfect fit. That's a trick to get those boards where you toenail them in like that, right to that board. That gives it extra strength right there. I have to do that so every so often, not on every one. Maybe every other one. I do that, especially the higher I get up the wall. All right, that looks good. And that right there. Get that little plane in real quick. Hit it with the sander. Make it butt up nicely. Gorgeous. Next measurement. The long one perfectly towards the center almost yet. One and a half. Another 8-foot board. Same thing, measure. Let's see, that one's gonna go down that way. So I'll cut off this end. One and a half. go. Let me see what you all can see. That's pretty good. Got it marked, squared it off. No, I'm squaring it off right now. Square it off, cut. Scrap. Not really scrap. Probably use them for corner pieces up there at the very top of the wall somewhere, or maybe even the center. I'm sure we'll come up for a use for it somewhere. If not, it makes good wood burner starter, fire starters. There it is. I'm like, where'd the sander go? Brand new looking. Polished, ready to be put up. Flush shot, like I said, matches up. That way they're nice and tight once I get them together. All right. Perfect fit again. I'll just hold it in. Need to tap it down a little bit. When I want to get it tighter, I just take the no. Give it a couple little taps like that. Looks good. Looks good. Am I out of nails? I'm out of nails. I'm like, why is it holding it? It's not the first time I've done that. Gets it going and it only holds so many in here. Before you know it, you use them all. Okay, it'll hold it this time. Nice and tight held. I did a couple like that up there because I can't toenail it in right there, obviously. Make sure it's butted up tightly. It looks good. Sometimes I like to give it an extra tap just to make sure. Just a little space there. I'm going to try to get that out. Okay, that's good. That's going to get right there. It's gorgeous. All the way down, seamed up. Butted up nice and tight. All right. Let's get her nailed in. I like to put a couple nails in every 2x4. That one needed a couple, it felt like. 1, 2. Let me say that again. You probably didn't hear me with all that noise right there. So I'm going to start staggering. Once we put this next long board in, I'm going to start a stagger. Boom, 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 all the way up. Or I guess we can step it down either way, but it's really going to be going up from the way we're working. And the same thing on this side. I'm going to be staggering on both sides of the windows. And that's what I plan on doing on the other as well. So that way you got the back wall that's straight across and the front wall that's straight across. And then you'll have these side walls that are staggered. That will be very aesthetically pleasing. They'll both stagger inwards towards the window on both sides of the walls, on both of these walls right here. All right, back to it. Take a measurement first, actually. Let's see how long this is. 12-foot board. So let's see what it looks like up there. I'm a very visual person. Sometimes I'll put boards up there, just hold it up there 2 or 3 times to see what I think. It's different because all the boards look different. And we want it to be aesthetically pleasing. We're getting paid to do a good job, and that's what we're going to do. Got to flip around. Will that work? Let's put it in the middle, maybe. That way I can start my stagger on both sides. Sure how much on both sides of the wall over there. Until it goes to a center 2x4. Actually, I might just bring it to the first 2x4 down here. Like that. That gives me a good stagger. Gives me a scrap piece I can use too to toenail in right here. Perfect, y'all. Alright, let me get this polished. I'm just gonna stand right here where it's like, no, because I have to stretch it all out. That'll be fine. I'll stand it over here. It's fine. Okay, let me get the toenails in. they're both factory ends on both ends this way. Woo, look at that bow. That's what I was talking about. They had these boards sitting outside. They said they're covered up in a tarp. They are covered up, but whew, they weren't strapped or anything. Look at that. This is what I've been fighting with the whole time, y'all. Right here. See how that is? Look at that. Straight bowing. Look at that. Spring and everything. Look. Ugh. Spring. One end stapled in. I'm going to have to hold that down. And staple it in down there. Because it's down. Yeah, it's not effective because it goes down right there when I hold it. Why? Another good time to toenail it like that, y'all, is if it starts bowing those boards, you still can use them if you know how to do it just right. All right, it's all the way together, all the way across. So let's staple this girl up. Got my overhang on both sides of the board. Let's take the other side. Make sure it measured out too. I got overhang over here about 1/4 inch, just enough to connect the, well, probably closer to 1/2 inch. Connect that board on. Toenail this sucker in right here too. Check that out. Boom. 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 Toenail her in. If they stick out a little bit, not a big deal. You just tap it in with that hammer. Put a couple more staples in there. Got a board here. And when they're bowed like that, I don't hold back on it. I'm screw friendly or nail friendly, staple friendly. And let her have it. And remember, this is gonna get all trim. This window's gonna have trim work all the way around it, so you might as well staple it on up. Get that in there real good like. Make sure that board stays. Woo, that air got me. It might be time to put more oil in there, it smells like. You notice the one I'm doing at the top, kind of angling, and that way it's wanting to hold that board down some too. Now I got some square pieces that I can put the handy dandy use over here in these little spots. Spread it out and see what that comes to right there. We don't do no waste. I do everything for a reason, even though it looks madness sometimes. Look at that, isn't that pretty? Look at that. Got her stepping. Oh, that ain't what we're looking at. All right, here. I'll flip you around. There we go. See, look at that so far. That's pretty. Look at there. See, look at this. You can tell me you can't see where we started down there. That's gonna be straight across, and then it's just gonna be like on both ends. It's gonna be straight like that, all the way up. Seams, just a straight seam all the way up. I don't know. That ain't stepping. That ain't. That's not. You know, that ain't what we're doing. We're doing it like this. The right way. And so we don't have no waste. We got the long piece of board in the middle. We're going to take our measurements now for the sides. It's just about time for coffee 30. I think I got a coffee cup right here. I'm checking if there's any questions. I'm going to drink a cup of coffee real quick. stand behind the camera and look and see if there's any questions, y'all. It doesn't look like I don't even got a single viewer up inside of here. Prettiness in the board. Oh, it's probably like an old knot where a knot was. Whoop. All right. Sit here, drink my coffee real quick. Take a little break, like I said. Just anyone that's tuning in. It's break 30. I don't know what time it is, but I've been going nonstop since I got here. I think for the last, I don't know, I got here at 11, so whatever time it is now, y'all. Time for a little coffee. You guys hear those chickens out there? We're going. We got the rooster crowing. The owner came up to me of the place I'm working on here right now the other day, and she was like, "Can a hen crow?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "Well, we got, I think it was Victoria or something like that. Veronica, I think it was Veronica, over here, and she's crowing." And I was like, "No, no, no, no. If it's crowing, that's not a hen. That's definitely a rooster." So we went over there and looked at him, and it was like I think it's like one of those fluffy one. I can't remember what she called it. It was all fuzzy and fluffy looking, and it's gold, and it's got some like blue on its ears. But she named it. I think she named it. We changed its name to Frank. Staggering. That's what we're doing. We're staggering the walls. I couldn't think of the word a second ago. It was slipping my tongue when I was showing you guys that. But what we was doing before, that was going to be a straight line up down there on both ends, and that's not staggering. That would have been just a weak. It would have been weak points, really. And doing all these walls like this on such long walls, I feel like they do need to be staggered. That increases the integrity, excuse me, of the strength and actual structure of the walls itself. How we're going across, how we're stapling into each cross one, and then stapling on at the ends down here to each piece. That increases the strength. It adds geometry to it. And the way I'm doing it, if you look at it, it's angles. It's triangles. And triangles is the strongest structure in geometry known to man. Anyways, I got off on a rant there. Sorry. I do that sometimes. Here's another little story for you all. I was out here chopping trees the other day, probably about every week, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, probably 2 weeks ago now, maybe 3, but yeah, 3 weeks probably, roughly. And big massive tree down. You can see the photos on the Instagram, and I think it's the one that has a big old wedge out of it. There might be it on the shorts too. It might be one of my inspirational shorts, but you can go see it there. But that tree, I chopped it down, and sure enough, this little sugar glider, and yes, not a flying squirrel, an actual sugar glider, come running out of that tree and just started jumping from tree to tree to tree. So like this is staggering walls, and then also story time with Dutch apparently, but it's like I said, it's just hanging out, hanging out. coffee and a almond dark chocolate biscotti. Yummy. Eat that biscotti on the next little break. Time to pit up 20 more boards. $11 and a half. I knew I was going to use all that scrap. It's perfect over here. It's 12 right here. Look at that. Perfect. Just got to polish it up a little bit. I think I've already sanded this one, it looks like, but we'll sand it again just to make sure. Now, I can't guarantee that's a factory edge, but it sure looks like it. Make sure I cut that off. Yeah, that's a factory edge on that side right there. Ooh, what was I say that was? 11 and a half? Can you all remind me? I can't hear you all, can I? I forget that. Alright. Guess I figured I can do that. Whoop. Make you guys a little bit taller with me. Alright, so we'll measure that again. I think it was 11 and a half is what I said. Measure twice, make everything nice. Alright. And it was 11 and a half tight fit. Let's see if factory in, that's a cut in right there. So we're going to put the 11 and a half mark on her. Come on, Sharpie. I like to square everything up. I don't care. Someone say something about it, please. I'd rather be squared than not square on this stuff. Especially if I want it to be tight fit. Woo. All right. Let's see how she looks. Look a beauty. All right. Okay, get that a little bit of sanding right here on this side and it'll fit in there tight. That was not a factory cut edge. I'm going to give that a straight edge myself. Give it a straight edge. You don't have a straight edge, we're going to give it one, y'all. That's what you do. Make that edge perfectly straight right there. Alright, look at that. Beautiful. That's a much tighter fit than it was. Gorgeous. All right. make sure that next one's a factory head. Check this side. I think, yeah, this is factory right here. That sure looks factory. I want to take this real quick and come over here and sand this board real quick. That way everything matches it. Okay. Sander, where'd you go? Wouldn't you know? With this. Give me a little leeway. We'll do this so that doesn't happen again. So another trick right there you can do. Tie your, take it and twist it like that and tie them together so that way it doesn't come undone on you while you're working like it just did on me. Drag your stuff all over you want now. All right, take this, sand this board up, and it'll look good as well. Dark part come. Basically, it's like you're down there watching this spot right here is super dark. You're gonna watch that disappear. I'll bring you guys right up on it so you can see it. Well, I guess I needed the possible right there. Okay, see that spot right there? Watch that. It's gonna disappear in a second. It'll match that other board just about perfectly clear. Well, I guess I lied. It didn't light it up matching, but it sure lightened it up tremendously. So, and we're gonna anyway, so they'll all end up looking that darker color. That board sure does look good though now. And look, look how buttered up. That's real good like. All right, we're gonna come down here to this other side. Bring you guys back down here so you can get a good view of everything. I think I need me another little drink again. All right, there we go. There's that other board. I think that's the same measurement. Put this back over here. I like to keep everything nice and clean as I work. So we're going to roll this back up. Get it set back over here. Plug this back in. Plug the table saw back in. I guess it's not a table saw. It's the, what is that called? It's a saw. That's all we need plugged in right now. Where's the, oh, we had something plugged in from outside, didn't we? Oh, there it is. Gotta plug the air compressor in. The gun won't work. Time for measurements. And that's gonna be 26 and 7/8. 26 and 7/8. All right, so we got a piece for that big. We do down here. All right, perfect. And I'm gonna polish this one this time, and I'll show you what I'm talking about when I say they're lighting up. Look, this is what they look like. And then afterwards, that's what it is. I need new sandpaper. Change this out real quick. I'll set that board over there on the wall in a second. Just in a second. Needed, what did I say it was, 26 and 7/8? That's what I said, y'all. So 26 and 7/8, right on. 26, 7/8. Measure twice, make everything nice. I just marked it at, just now that I'm upside down, I did it at 25 and 7/8, but I fixed myself real quick, like. So let's check that again, make sure it was 26, 7/8. 26, 7/8. Six, 7/8. And like I said, the factory end is buttered up to the sand piece in the wall. Alright, look how tight that is. Especially when I type it in with a screwdriver just a second to get even tighter. And this is what I was talking about a second ago, but you just couldn't see me. Whether I take a hammer and a screwdriver, I'll show you the corner over here. Take the, I'll get in the corner. I'll give like a little pull sometimes. If I need to, I'll get a little tap like that. Sometimes I'll take it from like this. That's pretty good right there. Pull it up in there and it pulls it tight. So that other board makes a tight, tight seam. Nothing better than a tight seam, right? Staple this back in. This out of the way, I'm not using this. Make sure none of the boards are backwards. I just almost stuck that one in backwards just now. Caught myself though. I always double check. You always double check before you tack it in. Alright, you heard me got tapped in real good like. Get my flat head, reset it. nice and tight in there. That side is sticking out a little bit. I ever feel like that's all I do over here. Flush it on up. All right, that looks beautiful. Tricks of the trade right there, y'all. Don't learn it nowhere else except for Dutch. Take what you got and make it work. I like the way that still feels right there on board to board. It feels like it overlaps a little bit. This is what I do for next. All right, I was able to get in there. You can't even see that. You see that, y'all? That's what I always try to do is get them where you can't see them. That made a difference right there. Can't even tell. Pulse back over and see what I'm doing right there? I'm taking the sawdust and I'm scraping it into that little hole, the nail holes, because we're going to come back and epoxy. What are we doing? We're putting some kind of coating on this. Sit down here. We're doing something on it. Every time, apparently. But that's what I do if I put those extra staples in like that. I come back, sand it a little bit, and I take some of that raw sawdust and just put it in that hole. And you can't even tell it was there. Straight up, you can't even see it. Starting to warm up out here. Still no viewers 30 minutes in? Come on, people.
Sitting here talking to myself like a crazy man, I guess.
Y'all can come back. I'll post it. I'll post it up on the channel. So if you ain't watching it now, you can see it later, and you'll still learn how to fill those little holes in like that. Like I said, we got sawdust. We can sweep it up and save it. And once we can go back afterwards and mix it up with some. If you got a real bad spot or a crack or something like that, you can do it with super glue and polish that on up with a sander. You'll never even see it there at all. And the crack, I'll make it strong. If you has a cracker in there, it'll be like wasn't even there at all. Just make sure you fill it in real good, like. All right, got that measurement. Let's see what I want to do now, because I want to stagger these. So I want to do a whole board. I think I'm going to do a whole board all the way out to here first for the first one. Then I'm going to bring the second one to here. Let's look at it, because I wanted to make it aesthetically pleasing. I want to step it back this way, like bring it up, like stair step it, like step, 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 step. But we'll see if that works or not. That's what the goal is. Make some measurements and look. I could go to like this board right here for the first part. No, I want to do that. That's not. That look like not very good. Let's do a solid board, I think. Well, that's a solid board right there, but we can still do it. No, it's not. It's a staggered board. End piece. We can do that right there. Because you don't want it to be perfectly uniformed either, y'all. you want it to look staggered, like without just trying to make it look staggered. I'm getting 79 1/4. Measure it the other way. Give it a tighter measurement going the other direction, I feel like. Hook it on. Come on down through the window, right to the frame. That's 79 1/4. Perfect. All right. We'll bet you that 79 1/4 on the other side too. Perfect, isn't it? 79 1/4. That's 6 foot. I don't know how long these walls are. I think they're 16 feet. So these are 15-foot walls. I think I got 2 boards out of a 12 foot, y'all. I got a strap down here too, though. It's pretty big. It's not 79 though. We're going to use that for another. Alright, take one of these 12 foots. 12 footers. If I cut them from that direction, I can get both factory edges. Okay, 79. You gotta think about that kind of stuff sometimes. 79 1/4. The 79 is 72 now. Double check. Measure twice, make everything nice, y'all. You can measure 100 times, but you can only cut that board once. That's what my grandpa always would tell me. 79, 79, 79, 79. $79 1/4, perfect. Take this board and set it down over here. That's the factory edge on this side. Be perfect for this one. All right, that's beautiful, y'all. Doesn't need to be sanded. It sure does. That's the cut edge. I gotta remember that's the cut side. This factory edge. I don't matter windows, I guess, but still, it's good practice, y'all. Good practice. you see how fast just one person's whipping this out. Imagine if you really push, you could do all 4 walls in a day. That's just my personal opinion. You all see how fast I'm going. Let's see. I don't know what time it is though either. It might be about 2 o'clock maybe. It's all buttoned up there. Let's make sure it goes good on the window side. All right. Looks gorgeous. Tack it in. Am I losing power? Where's it at? Is it not plugged in? Losing power somewhere. Let's see. Is it off? It's on. Alright, try it now. I like it. It looks good so far, y'all. And then I think what I'm going to do when I'm standing here looking at it now, I think I'm going to bring the longboard to the bigger pieces back from, this side. And then come back over here to this one. And come back over to this one. And come back over to this one. And fill it in as we go. That'll be staggered looking. I'll be like a double stairway that way. That'll look good. I want to do that, and that's what I want to do on this side too. All right, let's do it. That was 79.5, I believe. Measure twice, make everything nice. He says for the 40th time. 79.25. That's the cut in. That's the side of the cut. We'll be going up here like this. Oh, that's gonna be a short one. Let's use that as scrap. Or not a scrap, I mean, we can use this for the next one right here, I think. All right, that'll work. Measure twice, make everything nice. Okay, let's go ahead and cut that other board out. Actually, I'm going to finish this side up. Finish this side of the window, then we'll move to the next side of the window. Is what I want to do, I think. Let's measure that again. Maybe 58. Where's that edge at? We're at 59. We're going to do 59 inches. 4'11", 59 inches. Nine. 59. That was 59 either, I think. Let's double check that again. That's a weird number. 4'11". I guess I can remember by that. Yep, 4'11". 4'11". And I'm also trying to leave like all the pretty knots and everything like that as I do this. Always take my work to the next level with art and beautify it. Try to beautify everything I do. I'm sure other builders do the same thing, especially if you're given leeway, a little leeway. Right. I like that edge. Up there. Should I do it this way or the other way? I like it the other way. That way it's stepping toward the window. I want it to step to the window. Okay. Hammer time, hammer time. As possible. Good, looks good, looks good. Tack her up, tack her up. Matches up. Matches up. Always tack those tack nails in flush. If they're sticking out, or it's going to cause a problem when you're sticking that other board up there. All right, flushy, flushy. Sounds like I'm flushing a toilet. Flushy, flushy. Oh, out of staples again. Kind of that time, I'm starting to realize it makes a slightly different sound. All right. Use those scrap pieces again, make it look good. Get that step going on. $20.25. $20.25. We got that down here in scrap, I think. Right. $20.25. That works out perfect. That's factory side right there, y'all. And that looks good. Look at that knot. $20.25. Measure twice, make everything nice. $20.25. I'll get it down the table. I'm gonna come in and measure it. Oh my goodness. Okay. $20.25. $20.25. Got her that time. All right. Square that on up. Cut the board. Off that scrap piece that we ended up using up there. Little hair piece. Teeny tiny. That's what I always say. It's scrap. We always use them. I always end up using them anyways or something. And like I said, that's factory side right there, y'all. Perfect fit. Yes. All right. Hit that with the sander real quick and then put it up. Yeah, I'm having to sand almost every board now. I've been sitting out there on that trailer so long. It's a big no-no. If you're going to get wood, don't get it until you're ready to use it. Side up. Tap, 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 tap. I'm going to have a window frame, wood frame around it, so pack it all the way up around it. I don't like that right there coming up. Sand that off real quick. Let's see. How am I going to do that? Oh, that's pretty deep. We'll leave that there. And just polyurethane over it. Hit the sander real quick. Bring it even. Polyurethane that you want to notice there. Fill in hard and put some sand on it. Make sure we drop some sawdust up in that layer. Actually, let's do it real quick. So it doesn't take a lot of sawdust. Like it's just a little bit like that right there. Like this. Look at there. was never there. Take the sander. Hit it with that polyurethane, it will absorb up inside of that sawdust and it'll be harder than a rock. Like a piece of wood, basically. It'll be filled, filled. Alright, let's get the next cut. And it looks like that just because this piece of wood's missing right here. Saying that, I don't like the way that looks. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm too much finesse on my own work. That's what you get when you get me perfection, I guess. Alright, let's measure the next cut. Use one scrap boards for the next one. See, the shortest one I got would be. Alright, let's measure and then see if that works. Choo-choo box right there. Okay. 43. 43. 43 it is. Alright, the scrap board works for it. Guess it's not really scrap if I keep using the scrap, huh? I didn't make sure that was factory. Yeah, it needs to be factory edge. Not bad. I can use that piece towards the end for something else. Take my 43 with the perfectly factory end down here. Butt it up against the wall as tight as possible. Tack her up. Now let's see if I can get a factory end piece to go fits there. How big is that? I think I got some scraps over here. This might work. Let's see. Oh, it's too short. Too short for that one. Let's measure it and we'll see what we got over here. Like that, dude. Sounds like a master plan. 36 and a half. 36 and a half. Hello, I got that one. Looks like 36 and a half. Is that a factory end? I think so. Well, it looks like it's cut right there. Let's see what it looks like when it's spidered up. Let's see if it's factory. I can't tell if it's factory in or not, so this is a good way to tell you. Oh, it's gonna be nice. Alright, polish that board up. And that was 36 and a half, I believe. $36 and a half. Oh, 36 and a half. Polish it up. That looks brand new as the day it was cut. All right. Fit. Tap with the hammer. All right. Looks good. Now remember I told you if I could get it in there, I do. So you guys can't even see that's up in there. Show you how to do that when I get done doing this wall. Both sides of the walls. Tape measure. I think I have a scrap for it here. Let's see how big that is. Oh, really? I think I got a piece that's big. 27. 27 and a half. I think I got a small piece that's 27 and a half. Which one's a factory in cut though? That one is. one is 27 and a half. Seven and a half. And I've noticed if you tilt the boards forward when you're tapping it, you get a little bit of a better angle to butt it up. So that's what I've been doing. And it actually brings the board together as you do that too. Alright, perfect. And like I said, I do toenail these once and give them more strength. Just got to tap those in. Man, it's sticking out most of the time. Flush. Alright, that's good. Alright. Next measurement. This way. It's going to be 51 and 7/8. 51 or 51 and 7/8. 51 7/8. 7/8. And like I said, if you're just now tuning in, you got to make sure that you're cutting or leaving the end that's factory cut, so that way they butt up nicely. 51 and 7/8. 51. 51 and 7/8. When you mark it. Whoop. One 7/8. Cut it from along, so we're going to polish it afterwards. Make it easier to manage, I think, if I cut it into 2 pieces. Alright. I'm gonna try to give you guys an angle where you can see everything. Gonna be, huh? All right, put the next board up. Factory in, like I said. Almost got this wall done. This side, anyways. I guess the whole thing done almost just about. Time for a coffee break. And my little snack. Sometimes I like to eat them crunchy, and sometimes I like to dip them there. Get them soft. I'm on another little coffee break. You gotta stay hydrated. Remember, if you like these little live videos, to be sure to share with your friends and like and subscribe.